What's up? It's Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gershwan.
And we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater
And this is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, don't forget to comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And that is what Marek Gruska did. He asks, great video, OMS. For the WAAAGH movie as the Big E, he would cast Mads Mikkelsen, because why not? I don't know who Mads Mikkelsen is. Do you?
No.
And his question is, do Space Marines utilize assassins? Some Space Marines view sniping as dishonorable, yet somehow handy. You can load out scouts with a sniper rifle, yet is another type of unit that could go full-on snipe mode, or maybe you need to use some auxiliary force. So you're right, the Space Marines usually see assassins as dishonorable. The Emperor thought the same thing, right?
I was trying to see how long I could stay still for.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It hurt. My organs weren't pumping.
Oh, you had to shut off your organs?
Yeah, my lungs were collapsing. No, but yeah, there are assassin Space Marines, the Alpha Legion.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
No, sorry. I blew your load too soon.
Whoa. Yeah. We might as well just talk about, the Alpha Legion specialize in that.
Yeah. For the most part, it doesn't make sense for a Space Marine to be an assassin because they're so big, they're so clunky, their armor is heavy, they usually wear bright colors such as the Imperial Fists. Like, what's yellow going to blend into?
Yeah, yellow. More yellow. That's why they're expert at fortifying buildings, because they paint the buildings yellow and then they just hide. That was him hiding with a bolter. I don't know why he's doing this. Yeah. So
Alpha Legion, they do have snipers, but I mean, Space Marines aren't meant for like sneakiness, even though the Raven Guard are about sneakiness.
Yeah, Corvus Corax, he had this ability to just be like, you couldn't see him. He would go invisible.
Yeah, because his status was hood, so like he blends with that hood.
Yeah.
Camouflage. Bandana type. Whoop.
I hope that answers that question.
Hopefully it does, because it didn't.
Next question.
This one is by, oh snap, I missed it. Oh, here it is. Hey guys, this is my 9th attempt. Oh, Dabo90.
Dabo.
What do you guys think about the Primarchs being so perfectly fitted for their homeworlds? I mean, didn't the ruinous powers intentionally scatter them? Or did they have the touch of the warp intentionally put them into their perfect planets?
This is one of those situations where it seems...
We answered this already, didn't we?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember talking about this. Because, like, this is, like, one of those things that, to us, it seems hindsight that they were perfect for their world. But no, not necessarily. Like, they weren't perfect for their world. The world molded them. It's like saying, why is it that a banana fits so well in your hand? Because we're human, and that's what we did subconsciously. Have you heard that argument, right?
I have not heard that.
So, like, the argument is,
so you're saying everything is based off of what humanity wants subconsciously?
Well, yeah, in a way. Like, kind of like, why is everybody right-handed? Like,
they're not. You got lefties,
exactly.
You got ambidextrous people.
Exactly, but society pushes that agenda.
I wouldn't say it's society. It's more like vestigial like processes, like over time, evolution and stuff like
exactly,
that.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what happened to the banana. Like, the argument for a lot of people is like, the banana is so perfect, it fits in your hand so perfect, blah blah blah. Like, it was made by God specifically that way, and it's like, no, that's not the truth. It's like you said, it's like through a lot of generations of like breeding that the banana is what it is. It's humanity that changed that original fruit. Banana's a fruit, right? So it changed that fruit to what it is now. And it's the same thing with the Primarchs. It wasn't that the Primarchs were perfect for the planet. It's that the planet, through them growing up on the planet, they were engulfed by whatever it was. Like, Vulcan got his dark skin. Jagatai Khan spoke that language. Sanguinius, well, his wings were just like, he would have had wings regardless.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's not all, sunshine and rainbows. Like, Mortarion lives a horrible life. Like,
oh yeah, you can make the argument that he didn't grow up on a good place.
He was like his like stepfather or adopted father, whatever you want to call it. Like, he was pushed out, and it was just a bad, upbringing. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, yeah, these Primarchs are prosperous because they're Primarchs. Exactly. They retain information, they mature quicker, they're super strong, they're super adept, they're super people. So whatever environment they're put in, they're going to thrive because they have these capabilities that already make them, leagues above the inhabitants of that world.
Exactly. Just think of them as bananas.
It's the same thing as Superman. Superman came to Earth, and he already had these abilities, so that's just like making him that much of a hero, so to speak.
Right. And he would have been a hero regardless, because if you check out the comic book Superman Under the Red Sun, he lands in the Soviet Union, he becomes like a focal point of the Soviet Union, and then he creates a utopia for the Soviet Union. But at the end of the day, he's still a hero to humanity. Well, not really. They think he's a villain, but he sacrificed... Well, I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Why is my phone on the floor?
Yeah. Next question. I hope that answers that question. If not, look up the whole banana thing. More 1313. Could Gork and Mork be the lost Primarchs? No. Next question.
Pearson Fullman. Could Space Marines have non-Astartes friends?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but most likely not.
Right, because if you check out our daily life of a Space Marine, they're so, like, regimented. Structured. And then there is no time to talk to a regular guardsman or whatever. It's actually, they look down upon most humans, Space Marines do. And some Space Marine chapters, well, no, most Space Marine chapters don't even remove their helmets in the presence of a non-Astarte. So that's how, like, bougie they are.
Bougie?
Yeah.
The bad and bougie?
Yeah. Next
Grey
question.
Ghost. Yep. Have orcs and nids squared off? I don't know why, but I just picture like an orc, like put him up, like lifting his pants up. He takes off his J's.
Jeez. This is funny because this is a question that we get a lot, like about Tyranids and orcs, right? Mm-hmm. And we give you guys the same answer.
So we're having a massive war right now.
It's super intense. Mm-hmm. God School's fighting in there.
It's in the Octavius sector.
Yep, it's called the Octavius War.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty badass. Check it out.
Yeah.
Sorry for all those headphone users. Next question comes from Lauren Leon. How do Tyranids travel through space? I don't think they have access to the warp or some kind of technology. Oh, you're about to get educated.
You've answered this before, and I know where it's coming. You did like a really good analogy to how they travel. It has to do with a bed and some covers.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they have this thing called the narwhal. I think it's called the narwhal.
It's like a narwhal, but
basically.
Narwhal?
Yeah, it shoots itself ahead of the Hive Fleet, and then it clatches on to reality, and then it pulls itself and the Hive Fleet together, and then it creates like a pocket where the Hive Fleet can just jump through. So the analogy is like think of yourself on the bed, and then, well, no, not you, because you're too big. Okay. Flatten your bed sheet and then put put a car and then a little bean in front of the car, and then shoot the bean in front of the car. Hold on, let me go right here. Yeah. And then what you do is you grab the bean and you push down on the bed sheet and you pull, and what you'll see is that the bed sheet is gonna wrinkle, and those wrinkles are the wrinkle in space. And then what the Tyranid Hive Fleet, which was represented by the little car that you just got, it just shoots through all those wrinkles. So instead of going from point A to point B, you're like bending time. Or no, bending time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Or not time and space. So then he just goes. That's how they travel.
That's not how I remembered it, but It's close enough.
Yeah. Next question comes from Shadow Butcher. Is there a timeline for 40K? And if not, could you make one as a video special? Yes, I've been working on this video special since last year, I think. It's really tough because I want to get every single bit.
There's a lot, dude.
And like once, like it was all good until I got to the birth of Slanesh, and then it got confusing because like then the Imperium starts talking. You start talking about the Imperium, and then the Imperium is just like you have the Reign of Fire, or the Reign of Fire. You have like all the birth of like all these different organizations. It's just so long, so tedious.
And then certain things get retconned when the new codex comes out. New bits of lore gets added to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never ending. It's like the never ending story. And like the Brave Little Toaster.
Exactly. It's just like the Brave Little Toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. I have one from... Shadow Butcher again. This is attempt number 3. If an Eldar or any other Xeno prays to the God Emperor as their one and true God, what would the Imperium do, and would the Emperor allow them into whatever afterlife he has, regardless of what the Imperium does or say? I'm asking with an extra dose of heresy. The Emperor would not protect an Eldar.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why.
And an Eldar would not seek the
Emperor, yeah.
The Emperor, because they think that they are above even the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Last question.
This one's by Herr Springstoff. Does the Imperium, with Gilman's return, improve their technology? And if so, what does the Mechanicum think about that? Also, what is happening with Chaos technology? Do they improve their old Chaos Heresy tech? Love your work and want you guys to keep going on. Greetings from Germany.
Okay, well, do you wanna...
So, Gilliman's return doesn't really like sprout new. Well, I guess in a way yes, but in a way no, because they are improving their technology. Because they came out with the a new armor for the Primaris, new weapons for the Primaris, new battle suits. Like the dreadnoughts and like the vehicles and all that. So in a way, you could say they are improving on their technology, but not to that extent, I think.
And it's not like the Fabricator General and the Adeptus Mechanicus weren't involved in those experimentations. Belisarius' call is the reason why the Space Marines have all this extra new tech. So a high-ranking member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is working with Guilliman. So they see that as like an opportunity to continue to spread the Omnissiah and his glory, even if it means giving some weapons to the...
Right. Now when it comes to Chaos and their technology, if you look at a lot of Chaos Space Marines, they're wearing their Heresy armor still. They've got the same weapons from back in the day.
Hand-me-downs.
Mm-hmm. They still wear those FUBU jumpsuits. But they do kind of, I guess, improve in their weaponry with demon powers. They get, boons and whatnot from their Chaos Gods. And they pillage. They steal, they raid manufactorums, they take new armor, weaponry, whatever they need. So, and they're also like creating just like weird stuff. Fabius Bile creates like new like weapons and toxins and whatnot. So it's evolving. I would even say a little bit faster than what the Imperium has.
Oh yeah, they have a huge advantage because they have what are they called? Ahriman and his Rubric Marines. Like those are just basically drones that he can control. Pretty cool.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. And those were the questions for today. Thank you for sending them our way. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question. We have a Patreon. It's a simple $1 a month. It helps us create more videos for you guys. And we love you.
With all our hearts. And now to a land apart with dragons.
Dragon
Tales,
tales,
dragon tales.
Let's all go to Dragon Land.